Freddy's gonna cut you off right now. Like, stop.
Oh, we started already?
Yeah, I think we're good. We're live.
I didn't know that. Oh.
Yeah, we're live.
So what was going on in Mexico? You were teaching a class.
Wait. Let's introduce.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm just excited.
Welcome everybody to the Thick Boy Mafia podcast.
Hey.
We have Henry Badillo joining us today, also known as Hanksta, Hank the Tank, Henny Boy. Fight to win 3-time champion.
All long bars?
I thought it was 4.
No stalemate.
2 all bars, 1 stalemate. 1 stalemate.
What's my statement?
Stalemate, air quotes.
Well, okay, so I dominated the guy,
Mm-hmm.
and then on social media he posted that it was a stalemate.
Oh, okay,
And so I just thought that was funny.
Then he came to our gym a week later to
Oh.
train with us. Yeah. Weird.
yeah. During my fight to win, all I remember is hearing Hank, "Hey, bro, don't make it boring." Damn it. So, like, I tried to, like, go for an armbar and, like, lost position. How bad? Oh, that's for you, Hank. That's for you.
I just remember when he shot for you and you just went like airborne.
Sprawl.
Yeah,
Sprawl.
beautiful sprawl.
And his
I think
little,
there's a photo of it too.
and his thigh hugger shorts.
Cheetahs? Were they the cheetahs?
Yeah, the pink
The pink ones. The pink ones are
Nice.
pink ones.
the hot shorts. When he shows up to class in them, everyone notices.
Ha.
I just and I
I've been
noticed
wearing
that.
for
I
the
just saw
winter.
the
I've been wearing
highlight.
my spats with them.
Acted all
You don't
brand
have to do
He's
that.
embarrassed now.
I need to buy a pair of spats. I haven't worn one yet, or worn a pair.
They're okay for like the cold.
But I don't do no-gi, so
That's true.
you know, probably never.
Yeah, but when you do, you're double gold champion.
I don't like training no-gi. I like competing.
Mhm.
I told the guy last night too, because I went to an MMA gym last night. It's in River Park.
That new one that came.
Yeah, I want to go. I'll go on Tuesdays and Fridays, which is our no-gi night. I let them know that like I don't want to train no-gi, but I do want to work out. I don't want to lift weights. I want like a high intensity workout. I just want to sweat,
Oh, okay.
lose weight. And then so I thought I was gonna go over there for the beginning MMA class. He sat me down and he was like, "Hey, I looked at your Instagram and you told me you did a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I compete a lot."
Cyberstock
Put the
to
mic
you,
in. Turn the mic.
And right here?
Yeah.
Okay. And so he was telling me that I'll probably get bored during the beginning MMA class because I know a little bit about it. And I guess his beginning MMA class is about introducing people to MMA, grappling, boxing, people that start from scratch. And so he said I'd probably have a better workout in the boxing class and the MMA class. So Tuesdays I'm gonna try out the boxing class because that's from like 7 to 8:30 or something like that. But the MMA class, it starts at 8:40,
Jesus.
ends at 10.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
gosh.
So
but
Do these kids not
you said
work?
it's a
What the
Friday?
huh?
Is it a Friday?
That's every day.
Oh, yeah.
but-
The Friday. at
Okay,
least
but
you
if
don't
it's a
work.
Yeah,
Friday, can leave no-gi, go do MMA, and then be
True.
exhausted by 10.
Yeah,
You would do that?
I don't think I'd do
I
that.
don't know.
No.
I'd probably get hurt at no-gi and not go to MMA.
I was talking about myself. not you.
Oh,
See, I went to Nogi yesterday. I have a giant bruise like on my leg.
Nobody cares.
Like right there. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll be trying that out pretty soon.
Nice. That's it.
Mhm.
How's Mexico? How's your Mexico trip? You're talking to us a little bit about.
Let's see. That was fun. So we went to go visit Bertha's grandfather because he's very old, so she wanted to at least visit him one more time. So, but we'll probably end up going back pretty soon again because it was fun. So we flew into Morelia, Michoacan. From there, we took a 3-hour bus to a little city called I don't even know how to pronounce it. But we took a bus to that city. Then we hopped behind her uncle's truck, and then we took a little ride to a little city called Naranjo, which is like orange.
Orange.
Oh, not
Yeah. So so we go up to this road, and then we go down a dirt road, and then when we go down the dirt road, there's like they're not huts, but they're made out of like metal panels and like adobe type bricks.
Huts?
There's maybe like 10 houses in that little area, and then we pull up to her grandpa's house, and that like one of the little sheds or whatever has the palm tree roof, and so it's like really old school,
Oh my.
like primitive.
Yeah.
Did it have solar?
No solar. No solar. They have.
That'd be some
Like
shit.
the
Right? Just
rest
like
of
one
the-
solar panel right there.
Solar panels on that?
Yeah, they all have solar panels.
on the palm tree.
Yeah. I didn't know they were that strong.
So we pulled up to that place, and I was wondering about like electrical because they do have wires and stuff going like from that house to the forest. There was wires, just random wires. Like, okay, so in an outlet you have a green wire, a black wire, and a white wire. They had the black wire and the white wire running through the forest, like into like little makeshift outlets. And I asked about how do they get their hot water. They have a heating element. It's like let's say you have a black prong. That prong is connected to like it looks like a real thick wire that goes in circles. So to heat up their water, they put that heating element inside the water
It's like
bucket.
Coil?
Yeah,
Okay.
they put that inside the water bucket, and then that's how they heat their water for like. You have to hold it there for like half hour to get their water warm. If they drop that prong inside the water, they're gonna get electrocuted.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, how have they not died doing
Yeah.
that?
They don't have like
Wow.
rubber gloves or anything.
I don't think they have that. They could probably go to the city and pick that up and come back, but a lot of them. I was asking like, is it like people from LA never going to Fresno? And they said, yeah, pretty much. Like because they have no need to go over there.
Mm.
So that's how small a little city is. And they have the way they were washing their dishes. They had a huge like handmade, maybe like 6 feet by like 3 feet, and it looks like a fish tank made out of cement.
Kind of like a trough.
Yeah. And it is a fish tank too because they have one pet fish living in there, but that's where they get the water to wash their dishes. And
And they have a pet fish.
Yes.
I know for sure you did not eat off those plates.
I ate off the plates. I did not. They use it to brush their teeth too, and they get that water from the pond like right behind the house. So they have like their own. Let's
Well.
see. The well is the pond,
Okay.
but they run their own little like tubing to feed
Okay.
from the pond into that little thing. So I used regular bottled water to brush my teeth because they would.
Were you warned to take the bottled water before you got there?
I even looked on Amazon and got a bottle. Yeah, filtration no
Okay.
bottle. I only used it once though, because they do have a lot of bottled water.
Oh, okay.
You can go like a 10-minute drive and go to I think you told me about the drive-in liquor stores.
Oh yeah.
The Modelo Rama, I think that's what those ones were called. So you just drive up to like a garage, and on both sides they have the beer and liquor, sodas and everything, chips, and you just go pick up whatever you want.
That's
and
kinda cool.
go
They
wherever.
do those in like Washington and stuff.
Really?
Here, yeah, in the United States. We're like the California sucks sometimes. That would be nice to have.
Yeah, it was convenient.
You can buy weed like that too in some places.
Dang.
How are the showers and like the restrooms for the like the
And
test?
that one?
Yeah.
So there was handmade little just square, and they one side was the shower. I didn't take a shower or bath there. Well, you can't take a bath, but it's like, let's see. So you ever been to like Long Beach or Venice Beach?
I was about to say it's like
Yeah,
when you go to the
outside.
beach.
Yeah, you have those. You just open the door and you go in there. It's just a toilet, and it's more like one of those restrooms, but it was ceramic. They don't, and you can't. There's no hand flushing, so they have a huge, like 10-gallon thing of water, and then you have a little bucket. So you scoop your water out of that gallon thing, and the flush you have to put that bucket water down there and it just flushes itself.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I was pretty, I don't know where that water goes.
Yeah, I was asking where does that water go?
I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
Her uncle was pretty cool. I don't know Spanish, and I was just listening, and then Bertha would translate, or because it was Bertha, her little brother, and her older brother. He's not older than her, but he's older than the little brother, so the middle one. He would translate for me too. But I was overhearing the uncle talk about iguanas, and I guess they have an issue with iguanas out there. And so I asked Bertha to ask him, do you guys ever eat the iguanas? He said, yeah. And I was asking how. Soup.
Mm-hmm. My dad loves it.
Did you eat it?
Huh?
Did you eat it?
So I was asking, well, can we try some? And then he goes, shit. Well, then they started walking around, and they one of her cousins saw an iguana inside the tree, but it was hiding in the tree. So he was like, okay, I'll go, because it was his grandpa's house, and he walked down the street or the road to his house. He got a chainsaw, came back, and then he started cutting inside the tree. he started cutting like a rectangle inside the tree, and then boom, the iguana just ran out, and it ended up going underneath their shed thing, so we couldn't find it. But we tried
They
to.
close that.
So what they make like tacos or something, or?
They were gonna make a soup.
Oh,
That's what my dad actually really likes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or like
I've never heard of that
tacos or
till
something?
right now. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, they eat it. Everything gets eaten everywhere in the world. We're just shut off from it.
There was chickens running around. They had the cows running around. Even the steer with the big big horns. They were just walking around free, and I guess that's where they get all their food from. Just whatever walks around.
Were they laying eggs over there? Because I know we didn't have no eggs.
I didn't see any coops.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't see any coops. So, and I didn't ask about the eggs. What else was cool about?
Did you
that
sleep
little ranch?
there?
Yeah.
This was your grandpa's?
This was her grandpa's.
Uh-huh.
And so where we slept, it was like a patio, and it was only 3 walls, so the outside was completely open.
Oh, it's like
the
you're
front was
camping,
open.
kind of.
Yeah, it was pretty much camping.
That's nice.
And then they had a mosquito net for us, and the mattress that we were laying on, it's not a mattress, it's like real tight rope that's just
Kind of like a hammock,
layers.
but more
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah.
How's the weather?
Warm.
Oh,
There's probably like 75, 80.
Dude, that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
At night it got really cold, but during the day it was really nice. Sweating and stuff.
yeah, because it's like humid, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That little place. What else? Oh, there was a sad part about that place where at night we went to this restaurant. It was closed. So we went to a different little restaurant. I thought it was gonna be a nice restaurant. It was just front yard.
Yeah.
And they just had the plastic seats out there for us. Got some food, and there was a calf, and we were there for about half hour. It took maybe like 2 steps, and then maybe like 10 minutes before we left, it just collapsed. It was hurt, and its leg was all messed up, and so nobody cared. The kids didn't care. The adults didn't care. They was like, oh, it's just there. Like, why can't they just kill it or whatever? But yeah, it was pretty. That was the worst part about that day.
That's
Just seeing it struggle.
It's different, huh? Those
Mhm.
Mexican kids. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See any dogs there?
Lots of dogs.
There's hella dogs on the street.
And they all look the same. They all look like German Shepherds.
Yeah,
Like mixed
yeah,
with German
yeah.
Shepherds and Labradors or something. We saw a whole bunch of pugs out there. They call them poogs. Poogs.
Did you guys sneak any back home?
Yeah,
You know you wanted to, though.
yeah, because let's see. I'll try and go chronological order. But,
That was day one?
that was day 1.
He's like, that's 10 minutes in. We saw we
That
chased an
was
iguana.
good.
We saw a cat die.
The plane ride there sucked. It was just too squished. It's called Valari.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah. On the way back, it was way better. More room, more space, more organized. But the way over there, it sucked. That was my first time using Passport, so that was pretty cool.
See, good for you. I had people at work telling me, you don't need a passport to go to Mexico. I was like, listen,
They
I
started.
ain't trying to get stuck somewhere and I can't communicate with
Yeah,
people.
no.
Yeah.
So, no.
I know for sure from 04 to 08, we just used our IDs because when I was living in San Diego, we just go over, come back, and the ID was fine. I think it was like around 2009 or 2010 when they implemented the passport for Mexico. Yeah, because
Can't you use like the real ID on the border? They're not even the real ID?
well, I couldn't do it this time.
Oh, I mean, you can, but then you gotta pay the dude $20. From what I know.
I tried using my regular driver's license maybe 5 years ago when I knew you were supposed to use your passport. I just told them, I didn't know. I used to come over here often. And they go, well, why are you here? They just asked me more questions. But I was good to go. Yeah.
Did you do any training over there?
In Mexico?
Yeah, Mexico.
Yeah. A place called Monster Gym. Okay, well, I went to this gym at first because it was only like a 10-minute walk from our hotel.
Mhm.
And I went there. I saw their schedule online. Their schedule was not updated. Their schedule's been up there since 2018. I tried to contact the guy in Google Translate, and he didn't respond. And I typed in just broken Spanish. He finally responded. He sent me the schedule. The schedule said, okay, 5:30 to 6:30 jiu-jitsu, and then 6:30 7:30 they had another jiu-jitsu class. So I got there at 5:30. I went there with Bertha's brother, my translator, and we got there at 5:15. I was waiting, and it was a 2-story. The top story was jiu-jitsu. The bottom story was they had like a physical therapy place. One of the physical therapy ladies showed up, and she said, "Oh yeah, the instructor should be here around 5:30." So we waited. It was 5:40, and then we went downstairs and asked the lady where the instructor is, and she said, "Let me give them a call real quick. They're supposed to be here already." So then our Bertha's brother talked to the instructor over the phone. He goes, "Oh, I don't think I'm gonna show up today. I might be over there tomorrow if you want to train tomorrow."
What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, that
so
sucks.
and luckily that was early. That was at 5:30 when we got there,
Yeah.
waiting for that class. The Monster MMA, which was like a 15-minute taxi ride over there, that was at 7:30. So we waited at that place till like 6. So we just took the taxi and ended up being early to that Monster MMA. Got there. Everybody was speaking Spanish. There was one guy that he heard me speaking English, and I saw him like pay attention to when I was trying to talk to the instructor. And he came by and he goes, "Oh, I'm from Alabama." And it was a white guy. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Was he like one of those corn fed?
He's hiding
No,
out.
he was kind of skinny.
He's hiding out. What did he do now?
I know. He said he's lived there in Michoacan for 8 years now. Yeah, so I don't know what he's hiding.
Oh,
That or he got someone
What
pregnant.
is happening? He
He got someone
didn't want to find out what he
He
was
got
like.
someone pregnant there and stayed there.
Yeah. So we waited for that. And then I had the translator. My translator talked to the instructor for me, and then I guess he's heard of Elite, but Elite by Celia because of Josh Cisneros.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool. We took the class. His class was so sometimes if you go visit a gym in the States or something, the instructor might up the cardio, like for warm-ups or the training. He might push a little harder. Just
Because
to try
they want to impress you.
Yes, just to try and impress you.
I've noticed that before. It's weird.
Yeah, and you can tell because the regular students are getting gassed. So if your students are getting gassed, this is not how you train. I could tell he was trying to impress with technique because we went over maybe like 8 advanced techniques, and there was 1 blue belt and maybe like 10 white belts.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's because of you.
Yeah. And then there was like a teenage girl standing next to me, and the instructor was like, comprende, and I was like, más o menos, and then she started laughing because nobody really got the technique or anything.
Mm.
But he showed some really cool stuff, and then afterwards he asked if I could give one technique, and so I just did a top half guard pass that I've been using lately, and the kids, they seem to get it, and since I didn't know Spanish, I had B's brother help out a little bit, and then I would have to grab the kids or the adult, grab their pant leg and go here, or I'd have to drop my hip on the floor, or just grab their hands and tell them just pretty much place it where that needs to be, and from there, what happened? Oh yeah, just top technique, and then afterwards they treated it like a seminar
Seminar.
because all the kids were like, "Oh, can we take a picture with you?"
They probably think you're like a world champion. They're like, "Oh my god, we look him up here."
It was cool. The instructor said it's a rare that they'll get an American go through their gym.
Aw.
So the kids really liked it, and the adults liked it too, and so that was pretty cool.
You're an inspiration.
Yep.
You made their day.
Uh-huh. Like a little mini bushesha.
Don't go that far.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, okay. So on the way back to the right after that, back to the room. We flagged down a taxi. I got into the taxi, and it took a while for his name's Rafa, our B's.
Your translator.
Yeah, my
That's what you
translator.
wanted to say.
It took him like a minute to go from the passenger side to the driver's side in the back seat because the traffic.
Oh, God.
And so the Spanish-speaking driver, he started talking to me in Spanish, and the first thing that popped into my head was like, I pretend like I was deaf. but then right instantly I realized that me and him are gonna be talking English in the back seat, so I'm not gonna be deaf. So that was awkward.
Were you that you were the no sabo kid in Mexico?
Yeah.
No sabo.
Of all the things you could do. Oh my god.
How's the food?
The food. The first food I tasted was at the bus stop because we went from the airport straight to the bus stop.
Oh, okay.
And I had a grilled. It was just like a regular ham, mayonnaise, cheese, and jalapeno grilled sandwich, and that was delicious.
That's fire.
Yeah.
Well, over there they usually do the tortas with like ham and stuff. They don't do them with like here what we do with like the asada. It's hella different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It tastes really fresh.
This beef is expensive. Yeah.
Even that bimbo bread.
Oh, it's just so good. I go to their warehouse and it smells so nice, dude. It smells so good because they're like, and they have racks of stuff there, and you can take stuff. Like they'll say like, oh, take one. So like anyone that comes by to like deliver something, you just grab like sometimes I grab like.
So you're grabbing bimbos on your rug.
Fuck yeah, bimbo bread. Yeah,
Bimbo.
There you go.
Bimbo's delicious.
It does look like a PB&J. It's fire.
Yeah, I like the toast. The one that comes already toasted. They're already like toasted.
Yeah, I don't like those.
You
I've
don't like
never heard of that.
I
until
see, but when I'm
recently.
They're like hella toasted. No, they're just like it's just like burnt bread. It's just
So,
like,
but when
But
I'm
it's
sick,
soft,
when I'm
right?
sick
No,
or
it's
something,
hard,
like
hella
they're great
hard.
to like just you don't have to go up and like toast your bread. You just like grab one and start eating.
it's like hella hard and like you take a bite and it like crumbles up.
Like a fruit
I
Like
like
a tostada.
If you're lazy, you like it.
There's some with like cream cheese too. Right, you got those?
Yeah, with sugar, right? Instead of-
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't eat it because well, obviously.
cream cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's
Sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah, sugar.
just eat
Sugar.
it.
Stop drinking. I'm drinking Mountain Dew right now.
We don't know what's in her cup, but we do know.
Hindu.
It's Henry's go-to drink.
Yeah. Ish.
What is it?
Hennessy and Mountain Dew.
There you go.
And it's delicious.
Yeah, sounds right. Oh, so to get your tequila, what is it called?
Oh, quita penas.
Quita
That's like
penas.
like remove shame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
So
it
to not
stands
be
for?
quiet?
Yeah.
To not be quiet or something like that? Or what you
No,
said?
quita penas is like
Not be shy.
yeah, like take away
Takes away your shyness. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Take away your shyness.
Yeah.
When me and Bertha were telling her aunts about it, they're like, "Oh, we have to try it, see if it takes away shyness." Like, okay.
But yeah, it's good though.
So when we got there, I was trying to figure out where to get it, and so when I typed it up, Walmart was one of the first ones that popped up. So I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be super easy. I'll just go to Walmart the last day." So then I waited till the last day, and you have to order it for them to ship it to Walmart. Like, no. Yeah,
'cause
what?
Walmart buys things from like random people now, and they ship it to them.
It's tequila. It's just a tequila bar.
It's
Or
right.
is it like a mixed drink already?
No, it's a tequila. Like
Okay.
it's a
No
sweet.
sweet.
It's like a sweet,
Oh, okay.
like a sweet tequila.
Uh-huh.
It's not as strong as regular tequila, but
Just don't smell the
it's
tequila.
yeah, it
That's what I
smells
did.
like it, but like when you taste it, it's like almost like a syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really
It's dangerous.
it's dangerous. Yeah.
So on the last day, I went to Walmart. I went over there by myself. I took an Uber, and luckily the Uber driver didn't try and talk to me, and so I didn't have to be deaf or anything.
They found out the American that's there.
You didn't do that.
I didn't do it.
I would have thought you were hungry. That's like
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant, like food or
Like
something.
food, like, oh, I want food.
Yeah.
I think the noise got him too. Like,
did he laugh? What did he say? What did he do?
he
He was
didn't
wondering.
do anything. He was like a old greasy Mexican guy, huge, took up the whole front seat. And you're like, and I just started, all right, whatever. And then let's see. So when I went to Walmart, I spent about an hour and a half, 2 hours inside Walmart just walking around. One, I had to get luggage because I paid for on the way over there. I paid for luggage or carry-on and a personal, but I only had the personal on me, so I was gonna get a carry-on over there. So I went over there for an extra luggage, and then I was gonna get the tequila. And so I walked around. I had to show the workers pictures of the luggage because I didn't know how to say it. And then this old lady, she walked me around. She walked me like 5 minutes because she didn't know where it was either. Then I finally found that, got that, and so I was walking around. All the groceries were cheap. Eggs were cheap still.
Yeah.
Everything was cheap. That's where I got the churros, the cereal.
Oh yeah, cereal. Yeah.
Yeah. I got that cereal. I
Have
got
you
a whole...
tasted it yet?
No, not yet.
Damn. Let me know if it's
I
good.
think tomorrow afternoon after you get to a little.
Yeah, I was trying to have Hank smuggle some eggs over.
Yeah. Start what would be the cartel name?
Egg bandits.
Los Huevos.
Los Huevos.
So, oh yeah, what else? I got a whole bunch of like liquid drinks. I got some Bailey's churro.
You were telling me about
Bailey's
that. Yeah.
that they took away from me at the airport because I had it in my carry-on. I was supposed to put it underneath.
That would have probably tasted.
You got 2
so
bottles,
good.
though, didn't you?
All right, so altogether we brought back maybe 3 bottles. Luckily, we put them in the big luggage that was going underneath the plane. Yeah, we got oh, it's probably gonna taste like crap, but the you know how they put the tequila, or they put like and this one they put scorpions inside the tequila,
Oh yeah.
and they said it's supposed to be edible, but I don't know how you're gonna eat that.
Are you gonna eat it?
You're
Try.
supposed to eat the worm at the end.
I have
no
one
way to
that's
go to
scorpion.
this.
That's
It's a
a scorpion.
It's a huge scorpion,
That's
Oh, that's wait. How big is the scorpion?
like that big.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's fully put together.
I have one with the worm right there.
interesting.
It's. I mean, I've had it for like a couple of years. So I don't
Even
know.
better.
No?
Even better. It's good for you.
Well, you had that drink at your house.
Oh, yeah, I gotta make another one.
Don't get a drink by Henry. It's like liquor all the way to the top and like a splash of soda.
No. Margaritas like that for me.
So where did you find the tequila?
Okay, so we took like an 8-minute walk from our hotel room, and it was the last bottle.
Yeah,
took a video of it, the last
you
bottle.
showed it to me, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "They have one, all right, sweet."
So we got that, and when we showed up to our room, okay, let's see. So when we got back from the little countryside and we went to the city, we went to her aunt's house. That's where we were going to go take a shower because we were going to go to her uncle's wife's birthday party. That's in a town 45 minutes away. So we took a shower, then we went straight to that party. On the way to the party, her cousin drove us, and we didn't know, but his bumper fell off in the middle of the
Oh.
we didn't even, like, there was one part where there was turbulence and turbulence in the car, and then like we felt something like he ran something over. We know it was a bumper, and so once we got there, he was pissed off because he lost his bumper, and so he ended up leaving us, and that was our ride. So he left, and the party was. Nobody wanted to be there because the birthday woman, she's just annoying. Like everybody agrees she's annoying. She's off the hook like let's see, like a actress on a novella that's just overboard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
An old lady, and she's like covered with gold rings, gold bracelets, and everything.
Fancy.
And
It's all gaudy.
Yeah. And
Let her be. It's her birthday.
so we went there. The chicken mole wasn't all that great. That's what she served us.
So what was it?
Chicken mole.
Oh, chicken bolo.
Yeah. We're there. So that was on Saturday night. So we missed every Saturday the cathedral in like Morelia, Michoacan. It's like Disneyland. They light it up and they do fireworks.
Oh,
so we
great.
missed that to go to that party. So on the way back from that party, we drove with one of our other cousins. And let's see, about 10 minutes into the 40-minute drive, his truck started to do little hiccups, like, and so he was like, oh shit, what's happening? In Spanish, he was saying that. And then 20 minutes later, it just stopped. And it was dark already. It was around like 11 p.m.
Oh my
And
God.
that's in the country road area too.
Oh, damn.
And so he was like, oh, I have to, it's probably my gas, what's something that the gas flows through?
Probably an intake or something.
The fuel line?
Fuel filter? Fuel filter.
Or fuel pump?
Yeah, fuel pump.
There we go.
So he was like,
They said la pompa de
Yeah.
gasolina?
yeah. And so he got underneath the truck and he started like getting a screwdriver and just hitting it. And then it would go for like a mile and then stop again. He'd do it again. And then we did that maybe like 3 times.
Oh no.
And then afterwards, like our other cousins caught up behind us, so they went to go to the closest city, which took like 20 minutes. They got gas, came back, and they tried putting in new fuel and new gas inside his truck. That didn't work. And during that time, the cousin's girlfriend, she was like, what'd she say? She says, I gotta make cheese. And I was like, huh? And do you know what it means? So I guess in that city, in Morella, making cheese, and that's what she said, making cheese, that's taking a piss. That's their slang for taking a piss.
Oh.
I was like, cheese, I want cheese.
And then, that's the perfect time for cheese.
And then Bertha was like, no, that's the slang for piss. Oh, I got to take a piss too. And then so I went outside the truck, and she was like, oh, cheese over there, cheese. Like, and I'm like, okay. And so now every opportunity I got, I just said cheese. I gotta make cheese.
Gotta make cheese.
Yeah. Turned out the guy, he had like a kill switch, and he had that off. Like, so his truck was not going to turn on, and so it was a kill switch, and he ran out of gas. So they filled up the tank, but it was still not working. So then the other cousins just dropped us off. Like we went in their car, they dropped us off to the hotel room. Everything was all good. But yeah,
Damn.
that was the second night. That's the big city. Yeah.
So we're on night 2 now?
Yeah.
What's going on? What happens night 3?
Okay. When we arrived to the hotel room, it was like it was around midnight. The guy. All right. So the street was closed. It was black. We got to the hotel room. We stayed in one of the oldest hotels. One of the oldest. It used to be a mansion. Back in like 1800s.
Oh, nice.
And so now it's a hotel room. We knock on the door, big old wooden door opens, and the guy that's checking us in, he's younger, he's maybe like 22, 23. He sits behind, he walks us to the counter, he goes like this, and there's 2 of his fingers. Bertha said that he had gangrene, because 2 of his fingers, I thought there was a fishing line tied around it, because it looked very tight, and then these 2 were green. He had green tips. They looked like they wanted to fall off.
Oh,
It was disgusting. And I just kept staring at him. I wish I would have got a picture of him.
Should have high-fived them and see if they would have followed.
Oh man, we saw him twice too.
What came off?
Throughout the week, we saw him twice. And then when we got up to the room, it was super quiet. It seemed like there was nobody else in there. It was just weird.
Is it haunted?
Bertha said she saw or she felt somebody grab her, like her arm, and then her brother said that he saw something at night, but it was almost like, you know how when you fall asleep and then you see something in the corner, and sleep paralysis.
Is it
Is
sleep
that when they
paralysis
can't
where
move?
you can't move?
Is that when
Yeah, you can't move,
Yeah.
and a lot of times people feel like there's something holding them down, something like that.
My buddy
Maybe
used to
that's
say,
why the hotel was so quiet.
my
Nobody
buddy
takes-
used to say that used to happen to him a lot when
Yeah?
he was
That's
younger.
terrifying.
And it's like he said it was it was creepy, like and then he moved out and it didn't happen anymore, but
It didn't. After he moved out, it stopped happening.
from his parents' house.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No weird shit happened to you there.
No, I would even wake up. I would wake up like around 3 in the morning and just stare and wait for something to pop out, but no, nothing
It's because
happened.
you wanted
Well,
it to
you're
happen
right.
so badly.
Yeah, nothing happened for me.
You didn't try to bring any weapons back in to.
No, the only thing I took away from me was that churro.
No ninja
Bailey's.
stars.
No ninja stars.
No machetes from Mexico.
Mm-mm. There was people walking around with machetes though. Just
Trying to be slick.
Yeah,
No crime over there.
Didn't see any.
I'm glad you didn't get arrested in Mexico. I think that was the one thing I
Yeah,
said to
'cause
you. I was like,
Mexico
please don't get
jails are-
arrested over there.
yeah.
No.
You never been to Mexico?
Hey, what?
No.
He's been close.
Yeah, we passed by a whole bunch. But for some reason, I drank, let's see, maybe like 3 or 4 margaritas a night, and I didn't drink too much beer, but I never got a hangover. Like
That's
usually,
pretty
if I'm over here, I'll make like 2 mixed drinks, and then the next day I'll feel like sluggish. I didn't feel sluggish at all.
That's right, because over there they're like all natural or like made correctly. Where like some of those tequilas, like what's the one that the Jenner girl makes, the 818 or whatever. They're like made in a
yeah.
factory. They're not.
Oh, okay.
They're not like agave. They don't have any.
They're not actually like
No.
made in barrels.
No, they're
or
made
what
like
supposed
they're
to
like
be.
chemicals.
Oh, okay.
All that shit affects you, dude.
Yeah. And we stayed right next to a juicing place, and they make tortas. She got an avocado torta. I got a shitty ass burrito. That was the worst burrito ever. Well, it didn't taste bad. It's just like the meat was boiled. Like
Yeah.
no flavor.
Yeah.
So I was kind of let down with that. But their juices, we got juices every morning.
You know what? You should have brought back Cubans. You could bring them. Yeah, I totally forgot.
Really?
Yeah, that's how I got the one that I got the last time. Yeah, there's like $40 for like 5, and then they come in a nice. Yeah, they're sealed, and then you can bring them back. I think you just gotta put them in your checked-in bag. You can bring them, I think like up to like $800 worth of lunch.
Hey.
Yeah, we were looking into it. That's like next time I go, I'm looking into it.
When I was in Mexico, there's like the within the streets, there's like markets, like
yeah.
Mercados.
Oh, but like the whole strip of the houses are like there's like a meat market, a cheese,
like in between
everything. Yeah, like
that's
that
really
for that
neighborhood.
Yeah. But we would do chocomil instead of like juice. Like there's like a little chocomil.
Oh, with the they use the raw milk. Like
it's
fresh from the yeah, it's not pasteurized. No, it like almost gets you almost like drunk because you're not used to it. It comes out warm.
Have you had this? I feel like you can't.
I've tried it once.
Okay.
Yeah, because they put the powder in there and they squeeze out her and it's it. It's pretty good. I tried it when I was younger.
Did you get sick from that?
Not as much.
Interesting. No. Maybe you just need the all natural.
Well, it's like illegal here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, raw milk is illegal here. Which kind of
is it?
Yeah, you can't have that shit.
Well, you can have a cow?
You can have a cow, but I think you're not supposed to like sell.
Who's gonna know if you drink it straight?
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, you should have brought back that little cow. Bring it over here.
It was dead.
Oh man, I think you could have walked.
Only you and Brenda were like, no one else gave a fuck.
It's another Sunday for them.
Oh
god.
It's like that. Every place is different.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, the bars and stuff like that over there.
We went to a couple bars. Well, okay, so I really like hole in the walls. We went to like half fancy, half hole in the wall.
Like the brick.
I was thinking the same thing.
Like the brick. So they're good. Everything was cheap. I got micheladas. Michelada I got from like a punk rock bar. It was pretty cool.
I've seen that.
It was nice. I like that one. The last night, or the second to last night, we went to this bar that were playing American rock like live. So it was kind of weird, but it's like they don't know English, but until they have to sing, and then they know all the words.
Right.
And there was this one place where all they served was guamas, the 38 or 40 ounce.
Oh, the kawamas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I thought you said guavas. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, the big boys.
Yeah, just 40 ounces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I drank one of those. I just felt full because I didn't drink too much beer over there. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Was this your first trip to Mexico?
I've been to
Right.
Rosarito and Tijuana a lot.
And how were those trips for you? Apart from going with Bertha and family.
Okay, so from 18 to around 1822, I lived out there because I was in the Navy. And so I wouldn't be able to go to the regular clubs like in downtown San Diego, so we had to go to Tijuana or Rosarito for me to go drink.
Oh, because your age.
Yeah, because I was underage.
Right,
Oh, you can load a missile into something, but you can't have a drink.
Yeah.
That's real smart.
Seriously.
A lot of times, my friends, they're like, well, looks like you're going to be our driver tonight. So we would go to the club. I remember this one club called Work That, Twerk That. It was a black club. And like my friend and and they would want to. He's from Oakland, from Manteca, and so they wanted to go to work.
It smells like fucking cows.
Yeah, it's just like going 99 south.
Like,
Manteca's 99 north. It's right next to Stockton.
They have the huge. What is that? The fisherman's store or whatever?
We went there. The big
Bass.
Oh, Bass Pro Shop,
Yeah.
dude. That place is so
Yeah,
much
So I
fun.
have a lot of family that lives there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we go there often. When I want to go visit my aunt, that's where I was at.
I think that's like murder capital
Also-
of California.
That's where they were killing all those people.
Yeah,
Remember?
I think it was like murder capital like a couple years ago.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good random fact to know.
Or something like that, or something about
Dude,
gang.
no more
gang
soft desserts.
Last time I
Right.
went though, my cousin likes to like really like Fred. He really likes to make meat and like bring a bunch of people. He was making like ribs, dude,
compared
and
to
like
someone
triceps.
else.
Oh my god, it was
I
so
never
fucking good.
Barbecuing?
Yeah, like a huge. He was the one I was saying that if we go compete in Stockton, we should stop by their house because he'll probably like cook for us.
Oh, yeah. We didn't do that, though. We
Oh,
stopped in Manteca, apparently, when we could have been murdered at Bass Pro Shop.
I had my Glock.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Bass Pro Shop's fun, though.
Yeah, I still haven't been at my parents like
Like
going.
the diamond,
And then there's even bigger ones.
It's
That's
just
or like the pyramid
huge,
one?
like
The main one I think in
sports
Atlanta has
stores,
like
everything you can think
has
of.
like a
there.
fucking lake going through it or
Oh,
something like
man.
that because they have the boats.
Andrea was trying to look for a pond. She wanted to go fishing. She was like,
Yeah,
I
there's
was
somewhere
told
to
I
let
can
you
go
fish
fishing.
there. Yeah.
It was cool. But anyways, back to your story. Sorry. Got distracted.
TJ or twerk that, work that.
Oh, work that.
Wait, this is the States or this is Mexico?
This is downtown San Diego.
Oh, I hope it's still around.
How's the music there though?
Black.
I bet it was.
It was urban.
It was fire.
It was urban.
A lot of Little
Thank
John. I'm not against it.
Yeah, I like that shit.
So they would. All right. So they're like, oh,
you.
we're
Okay,
gonna
because this is like 2011 when you said Little John, right?
This is from
No,
04 to 08.
Oh,
yeah, because
shit.
you gotta remember he's.
I forgot. You're a little
Yeah.
older than
Yeah.
me. My bad.
So
Yeah.
we okay. So like, oh, we want to go there, but they don't want to pay for a taxi. And so they just used me. I would go up to the front of Work That, Twerk That, and I would just recline my chair and go to sleep until they're ready to come out of the club. And so they'd come out all drunk, like around 1 or 2, pick on me. Then I had to drive them back to the base. The same two guys, one time we wanted to go to Oceanside, or Ocean Slime is what they call it. It's like 45 minutes away from San Diego, north of San Diego.
That's where like the Marine
Yes.
naval base
Yeah.
is, right?
Yeah. So they wanted to go over there. And so I drove them over there and did the same thing. They went inside the club, parked, and I just waited. And when he's sober, he was one of those people that always had loogies stuck in her hair. So during the day, he'd just go and swallow it. Whatever he hopped up, he would swallow it.
Oh,
What
those
the
dudes
hell?
are so gross.
So, all right. So when they were ready to come back into the club or back into the car, he wanted to drive. And I was like, no, that's why I came over here, because I'm going to drive. He goes, no, fuck that. But he ended up getting in the back seat. I got a scar right here because I told him not to smoke in my car. So he put out his cigarette on my hand.
What the fuck?
Damn.
And then,
Disrespect.
Did you ever go to Pacers
huh?
down there?
I've heard of it. I never went.
It's nice. You should go.
Is it a strip club?
Yeah, yeah.
I never went.
You don't need to go, okay?
I mean, yeah, you don't need to go. You're in a committed relationship.
So there, I think there's another time ended up bullying me to driving, and I ended up sitting in the back. And then he was up front, passenger side. I was in the back seat, and the window was rolled down. And then he started doing that, but he was already drunk, and so he ended up throwing up. And since,
Oh, no.
since the window was down, all that threw up just flung right
Oh,
in my face.
no,
It was
baby.
fuck, dude.
Oh,
And
no.
Oh, it's so gross.
And he didn't care because he was drunk. And then the next day, he said, "Oh man, I'll pay for your car wash." I'm like, I know you're gonna pay for it. Come on, man. So you asked me about.
How would you go to Mexico? You said
Oh.
you would go there to drink, right?
Oh yeah, we go over there. Let's see. It was funny because right, so on the ship, you have different. Like on the ship, it's everybody has their own job. Like you have the bank people, but they're in the Navy, so that's their job to deal with all the Navy personnel's banking issues. You have the barbers that they're in the Navy. The people that paint the ship, they're in the Navy. So it's pretty much the government paying a whole bunch of young people to take care of their ship. And so you have the air people, they have their own section to live in. The mechanics, they have their own. The deck department, which are the people that clean up, like just pretty much clean the ship, they have their own department. But then the shipboard firefighters, the damage controlmen, which what I was, we can't sleep in the same compartment. There's like 30 of us, so all 30 of us can't be on one side of the ship, because if we get attacked or something and they destroy our little compartment, then boom, there's no firefighters on the ship.
Yeah.
So they would separate us, and we'd live in like little rooms where there's 8 of us, like this part of the ship, over here, over here, over here, and that's way better than sleeping with a room full of 80 people, and they're bunk beds stacked 3 high.
Oh God.
Yeah. So and then that's with
It's like a chicken coop.
yeah, and you got people from different states, I was about to say planets. Yeah, different states, different countries.
Space Force.
Just living there, and everybody has their own like cleanliness. And some people stink, some people don't shower. But you asked me about the bars in Tijuana.
Yeah.
Okay. So why did I bring that up? Oh, okay, good. Because we had the compartments full of 8 people,
Right.
and so you pretty much go to work, and you have to go to your little area, and then you hang out, or you go out with them. And then some of the people, like there's this one guy, he was a little skinny guy. We would go to Tijuana, to the strip clubs, and we would see him over there by himself. And like, what the hell are you doing by yourself?
Just trying to find a wife.
So we would, during that time, there was a club called Mysteries and Coco Bungo. So we would always go to those ones. We would go during the. I would wait for them to get out of the bars in America, like around midnight or 1, and then from there we would drive so I can go have my fun.
Damn.
And then, so one night, we went over there. I stayed in Mysteries, and
That's the whitest name ever.
he's from Oklahoma. No, he's from
Good for him though.
not Oklahoma. Every person I met from this state or city was
Alabama?
weird.
Was it the guy you met?
Might have
in
been-
the
might be
training?
Cleveland, Ohio.
No? Okay.
So it was him and my friend. He's from LA. They went off to a strip club / it was more of a whorehouse than a strip club.
You're talking
Okay.
about Hong Kong or Adelitas?
Huh?
Hong Kong.
No, that we've been to those, both of those, but that night was just like even worse, like hole in the wall.
Oh, these are like the B grade ones or what?
a C grade.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what? There's one. Oh my god, they're like basically like sheds, like outhouses, and you just like pay the
Nasty.
dude, and they like you open it up and see what girls in there, and you just see which, and then you just walk in.
You know too much, Faith.
I know that.
You know
I was about to
I only know this because we knew someone that like
Right.
we knew someone that like
You
ran.
knew somebody who knew
I knew
somebody.
someone.
So that's why we
Go to the-
knew. That's the reason why I know.
Right. Sip your drink.
You saw too
I know
much.
nothing about that.
That true
So-
syrup.
I stayed in Mysteries, and and they went to that strip club or whorehouse. They went up there. They were doing whatever they do, and then out of nowhere. All right, so that's where I was in the story.
The premise.
Now I'm getting like the info that them two told me.
So it's secondhand.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're in 2 separate rooms, we're right next to each other. Started hearing like an altercation, and that and then like a guard went up to the room and tried to see what was going on. The lady started yelling, and then told Cove that since the security guard walked in the room, the lady started screaming, so he went and snapped the lady's neck. And so after he snapped the lady's neck, ran, like pushed the security guard, ran out, started banging on the door for to come out. So then they ran from that whorehouse to Mysteries. They came and got me. They told me the story. We ended up going back to the States. So the story is just snapped a hooker's neck.
These are fake names that Henry.
Hey,
These are not real
we
people.
can bleep those out. Right? I think we should bleep those out. I don't want redacted. Allegedly.
You're not-
Allegedly.
That was the story. I didn't see it happen.
Exactly.
They
could've
told
lied to
me.
you.
You're at Mysteries. You ended up with 2 mysteries.
It
there.
sounds like to be the whole story.
She asked for it, if anything.
She asked for it.
Just don't listen to me.
You said you
Oh
wanted
my
some head to
God.
go.
So with
I hate you.
the strip club stuff, like let's see. So from 18 to when I got out of the Navy, like we would go to different ports, and each port we would go to the bars, strip clubs, and the whorehouses. But I never really had a thing for
For the ladies of the night.
Yeah. Because it was kind of weird. They all felt the same. Like, okay, so it's different from Nogi. Like, if you're rolling with somebody and they're sweaty, like, yeah, sweaty arms, whatever. But then it seems like every stripper in a different country, maybe even over here, they feel like there's a coat of
Like they're slimy.
slime, but not too slimy. It's like they have cheap lotion on that smells like strawberries.
Yeah.
You know what? You know that
Oh.
coconut berry Red Bull, the white one?
Uh-huh.
I say strippers smell like that.
Do they have a certain
Yeah,
smell?
yeah.
Why does he know that shit? I don't
They
understand.
have a.
All of them
Put
thinking.
your cup back.
I told you guys this before, so I don't know why.
No, that they smell like lotion.
No, I popped it open.
No,
It smells
that you're smelling strippers. No, no, no,
Body
no,
works
that.
lotion.
You
Yeah,
know
we
my
got to-
life.
We're knowing more. It's great.
Yeah.
That truth serum.
Snore induced freeze.
How's the other ports?
I got one for all right, so we went to Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Korea, Dubai,
Oh, wow.
Australia, Japan. In each place we went to, except for Australia, we went to 2 or 3 times. When we went to Dubai, it kind of sucked because it wasn't how it is today. That was like
I was gonna ask.
that was like in
it super
2006.
bougie? No.
and they have like all we did was go to Swap Meet over there, and we went to Hard Rock Cafe.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it. And so it wasn't all that great. We did go to like the locals. They would take us to a desert, and we go like 4-wheeling
Oh,
and
that's cool.
forerunners and stuff. That was pretty cool. And then
Hey, they go hard on that shit.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's scary.
They do not care. They'll roll their cars.
Mhm. That was pretty. It was fun and scary. And then they cook us like their traditional meals out there and stuff. But in Singapore, okay, so every time you go to a port, you have to go with a group because they don't want you to go by yourself. And they every time you go into a port, like the day before, they'll give you a PowerPoint. We have to watch a PowerPoint and what not to do, where they do not want us to go.
The
That's
syphilis
pretty much
PowerPoint.
Yeah, and so that's where we would all go when we got there. So it's pretty much a warning of where to go. And so we went to this place. It's called Orchard Towers in Singapore. And during the day, it's called Orchard Towers. At night, it's called the 4 Floors of Whores because it's 4 floors of club and whores. And so you would usually there would be 2 floors, like 2.5 floors of
I've heard of this.
mainly transvestites.
Oh, like ladyboys?
Yes.
Oh shit.
That are pretty. And so when the sailors go in there, they're drunk and they usually take the transvestites home or to their room and stuff. And then you have to work your way up to the real clubs with the real women. But in every port, there's no real women because although everybody knows when the sailors are coming, I was on the USS Ronald Reagan. It's the 2nd world's largest ship.
Oh, wow.
And so everybody knew when the sailors were pulling in. So that's when all the prostitutes would go to each bar, and you're no longer talking to a regular woman. You're talking to somebody that wants money, just a hooker, pretty much. And so, Singapore. So we're over there. My friend Steve. Should I use names?
It's up to you.
We could be
If there was no legal activity, if there's no legal
Yeah.
activity,
Yeah,
by all
just,
means.
just go with the flow.
Yeah.
My friend Contreras, he ended up meeting this lady. He was talking to her for a while, and then so we stayed in the same hotel room. It was me, him, my friend Lopez, and Lay. I forget his last name, but his first name was Lee. Leah. Is that Lee?
Leah? Lee?
Leah. Say it again.
Lee or Leah?
Leah?
Leah.
But we just said Lee.
Eli? No, that's weird. I don't know, man.
So
He's your friend.
so it was us 4 in the same room.
Hung out with him last week.
And then, so Steven ended up bringing that lady up, and then she called one of her friends to entertain us because it was just him and her in the restroom, and then it was us 3 guys just in the bed watching TV, and so her friend, her friend called her saying that she was there at the room, or in front of the hotel. So I went to go pick her up from the bottom stairs, or the bottom of the elevator, and got her, and it was awkward because I knew she was a prostitute, and so I think I just said, "Oh, how you doing?" And she didn't know too much English. She was, and then
She didn't go,
How's her sign to say she's deaf and doesn't want to talk to you?
She's like, I don't want to talk to this fucking.
I know. And so we got up to the room, and she went inside the door, and my friend Lee, he was all about it. Like, he was ready for a prostitute. And so he grabbed her, he grabbed her by the hand, and then he started, like, undressing her. He started getting undressed. They went, so now it's just me and Lopez on the bed, and then it's Lee and the prostitute next to the bed on the little chair. Like, it's not a recliner, it's just a hotel chair. It was nice. And then, and so they started doing their business. She's on top of him. And it was funny because I had my camera, and it wasn't a camera phone. It was an actual camera because this was like 2009-ish. No, it was 2006. And so I took the picture, and then later on when I developed the picture, you can see his wedding ring.
Oh.
Are they still married?
I don't know.
Dirty mofos.
And so that was a big joke from that night, and then. Okay, so then I went behind the lady while she was on top of him, and then I grabbed her hips, and I thought she didn't know English, but then she turned around and she goes, "You're scaring me," and then I was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" So I was like, okay, sorry. So I went back to the bed, and then that's just me and Lopez on the bed, and I'm like, "Fuck, dude, we got Steven over here, and then Lee over here," and so now the joke is that because I started handling myself. And it was Lopez right next to me, and we made eye contact, but then I snapped out of that. And so now it's a joke that I was handling myself to Jose Lopez. But,
I didn't realize that's where the story was going.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I see you differently now. I'm just kidding, I don't.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But it kind of sucked. It sucks going to the different ports being young because you're on the ship for like 30 to 40 days, and then you go to a port and you're young, all you want to do is go drink. So then you just go drink, get blackout drunk, and then that's it. And you go eat a little bit and then go back to the ship, and so you don't get to experience the different countries. Yeah. There's, where was it at? I think it was Hong Kong. We weren't allowed to drink because there was too many Marines and sailors getting in trouble over there. So then they had like extra shore police making sure that there was no sailors inside the bars. So it's kind of better because we got to explore a little more. Yeah.
What was your favorite place to go to?
Brisbane, Australia. That was fun.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I'll probably end up. We're looking at tickets. It's like $2,000 to go there with a 26-hour flight.
Jesus
2 stops.
Christ.
What the fuck?
So where
any tickets to Australia?
Australia?
Yeah, but to where? Where would you have to stop at?
I didn't even check. I just saw 2 stops, and the 26 hours I was turned off.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the 2 stops, though, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
It's 26 hours straight, I would freak out.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. But that was fun because the people were really friendly. They liked our accents. And I didn't know this, but they didn't have cinnamon gum back then. I don't know if they do now.
Like a Red Hots?
Yeah,
Oh,
like Big
thank
Red.
you. I'm like,
And so I was in the store, and I put the gum in, and then some lady was like, "What is that?" And I said, "Gum." She goes, "What flavor?" I said, "Cinnamon." And they never heard of it there. So boom, gave her a piece.
and that's all it took.
No,
Wow.
that's it. I have no game.
You know how you said the accent thing?
Uh-huh.
I guess Australian women's, like, you know how here in America women like the Australian accent, over there they fucking hate it, like, from the guys, and they like the American one or like a different country.
Yeah.
Which is really funny.
Yeah. And one lady was disgusted of me or by me
Because you're brown.
Fuck her.
because no, well they have brown. They have the Kiwis or the New people from New Zealand that are there, but she asked what I was, like my nationality, and I said, well, I'm mixed with like some Filipino, some Indian, and some Mexican. And she goes, what's Indian? I go, well, they're like the indigenous people of the United States. And then she said, oh, so you're like the Aborigines to Australia.
Yeah.
And then they hate, or they're disgusted by them. They do look like zombies, like half monkey people. But yeah, they're
You're like, we don't look like that.
yeah. But she was like, ugh. And she stopped talking to me. Yeah.
Racist.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Damn.
I used to work at a Mexican restaurant, and Australian people used to come all the time, and they love Mexicans.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. They would always be like, "Oh yeah, I love Mexican food," and like, and they like to drink.
Yeah.
So
The who?
Australian people, they would always show up and like just drink a lot, eat a lot at Mexican restaurants. I don't know why.
Here in Fresno?
Yeah.
I haven't had
I haven't
Australian.
Australian
I have.
person.
Yeah?
They come in often.
Dang.
I have something for you. I forgot to give you at the beginning.
Presents! It's gift
At the beginning
time.
of the podcast.
All right.
Look at you.
Cool.
TBM. And they wanted it to
Oh.
be special.
I was like, you
So
need
I got some handy for
Right.
us. Okay, we got that over to him.
Thank you.
I would have done it to
You're
him.
one of us now.
All right.
One
You
of
have to
us,
wear it.
TBM now.
All right.
And off camera, we also gave one to Elijah, who's helping us out with
Oh,
audio
yes, thank you, Elijah.
Yay,
Thank you.
He's the
Elijah.
director. Can't forget about him.
And our other directors who aren't present at the moment.
Oh yeah, one had to take off and one's out of town.
Yeah. And we are about an hour. Any final words that you want to say, Hank?
Oh, that's it?
That's about it. Yeah, it's about an hour, dude.
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
want to
really
keep
fast.
going. We can do part 2.
Yeah.
Any
Great.
final words?
I still got a full cup of Henny.
We need tacos right now, so.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I'm gonna start cooking right now.
We can do a part 2 later.
With some more handy.
All
And then
right.
you can tell us about your jujitsu journey other than cooking.
I don't know. The Mexico stuff was really fun.
That was
Yeah,
great.
that was all good stuff.
I didn't know B's brother was the one that was translating for you in the gym because you sent a video. I'm like, how the fuck is he doing this?
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was Bertha. I'm like, oh, that's cool. She went with you there.
No, yeah, he translated. And the second day I went by myself. They had a whole different instructor,
Oh,
but he was nice. He knew a little bit more English, but I didn't get to roll with him because he said that this week, what's today, Saturday?
yes.
So today they had like a kids, not tournament, but super fight thing. They had kids matches, and he was one of the referees, so he had to go and practice like reffing the kids and stuff. That's his excuse.
Mm-hmm.
To not roll with me.
I don't think he wanted to get subbed or something.
Yeah. Well, man, my cardio was so shitty because I rolled with the first instructor the first day,
Mhm.
and like, I was huffing and puffing.
Was the elevation different there? Because I've heard
The
it's
air is terrible, isn't it?
It was worse. They don't care about burning or
none of that
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah. And plus, I didn't drink that day, but I was drinking the day before, and I felt like Marty and Corey would have smashed him, but you know.
Yeah, when I rolled, they like all the I didn't get no white belts, so I was just tired. Like it was purple belt, brown belt. Yeah, that's why I got tired. And then eating like crap. Eating hell of tacos.
I'll take a white belt and pretend I didn't know anything.
That's because you are evil now.
I'm not
The
evil.
blue belt just turned you different. It's all brand new now. I mean, I like it.
Yeah, the wrist locking is fun.
It is.
Let's see what
Yeah,
it is.
hey, thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Well,
Hey,
that's
oh, we
good.
get gifts too. This is the first time I've seen these. These are gorgeous.
We didn't stage this.
It's so
Actually, I
fun.
didn't even look at it. I didn't even look at it.
Whatever.
Thank you.
It's
Thank
so
you, brother.
beautiful. Thank you.
Nice.
And I got a fat ass
The
button.
cathedrals were nice. Did you take pictures of?
Huh?
The cathedraals?
Yeah,
Like inside they're super
they're
nice.
All gold too.
Yeah.
Do you like the exploring part?
Yeah, we walked around everywhere. Took
I got
tour
to
bus.
Hey, you got the two.
Do you want
Man,
take a swig?
we're supposed to go to Guanajuato, and that's where the mummy thing that I was telling you about. But the planning was way off. The only bus out was at 5:50 in the morning. We got there at 6:30, thinking that there was a bus every 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. That's only
That
one.
sucks.
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
yeah. And so we paid for the Airbnb out there too. We were gonna live in a mansion for a night,
Aw.
but we didn't get to.
Oh, that sucks. How much was the Airbnb?
Like 140 American.
Oh, that's so cheap, dude. I hate
That's
it here.
insane.
I hate it here.
Wait,
Wait,
140 for the whole
sometimes.
week?
No, just for that night.
That's cheap.
That's still cheap,
Really
dude.
cheap.
Like,
For a mansion.
yeah.
Like
Oh, for a
three-story.
mansion.
Yeah.
You should have walked around like Scarface, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So fun.
cigar,
Yeah, I would have done it. Cigars, the robe.
slippers.
Find a knockoff Versace robe.
Another hooker.
Huh?
Go
Like,
snap
we're
necks.
gonna need to snap some necks.
Allegedly.
It's like,
Allegedly, yeah.
You're like, I'll let them fight it, and the winner gets to stay alive.
Squid Games, bro.
Should've
Anyways, this
should've
was
taught
great,
Mars.
Henry.
Thank you.
All right, man.
Thank you for coming.
Time to eat.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, wait. Oh, we should have plugged his IG.
We'll plug it in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god, that was so funny. My face hurts from laughing.